is the first thing you think of when you hear someone mention a burger from McDonald's? Or some chicken wings from KFC? It's a problem that became evident about 20 years ago. This is the problem of obesity, a problem that is progressively getting worse all around the world. In the past, grocery stores would stock their shelves with food that was local and grown throughout the country. But since globalization, it has become easier and cheaper to ship in unhealthy foods from all over the world. While this might be a great way to try some different foods, it is also the way that 1 in 4 adults and 1 in 10 children became obese. Globalization is defined as growth to a global or worldwide scale. I think that is exactly what is happening with all the unhealthy food that is arriving in Canada. According to the Sydney Morning Herald, the top 10 healthiest countries in the world are America, Mexico, Russia, Greece, the Netherlands, Scotland, Argentina and Czech Republic. Coincidentally, the US is the 3rd biggest exporter in the world, with the Netherlands in 7th, and Russia taking the position of 9th. I don't believe it a coincidence that some of the top exporters in the world happen to be some of the unhealthiest. If globalization keeps increasing at the rate that it does, we will soon be left with no healthy foods on the shelves due to the ease and cheap cost of importing other foods. Food companies are always going to want to expand, which means that sooner or later they will arrive in Canada. Unless they are an all-vegan salad bar company, chances are they aren't bringing healthy products into Canada. So I am not for importing food into Canada by means of globalization. If it is going to happen, I should hope that we are at least bringing healthy foods in. This issue hits home for me mostly because my family can tend to be health nuts. But this isn't just a problem that affects me, it affects everyone. Since these artificial foods are easier and cheaper to make, companies are taking their healthy organic foods off the shelf and replacing them with unhealthy copies. If we don't do something to stop companies from removing the healthy foods from our grocery store, we will be stuck with plastic replacements. I understand that McDonald's isn't the only reason that obesity is becoming a problem, but it is a result of globalization. McDonald's was founded in San Bernardino, California, where the headquarters still reside. McDonald's was first introduced to Canada in Richmond, BC in 1967, and from there it spread throughout Canada and the rest of the world. The National Bureau of Economic Research believes that the theory and beginning of globalization occurred when Christopher Columbus stumbled onto America in search of spices in 1492. From there, people started trading and expanding anything they could. This included selling items such as gold to foreign collectors, building multiple outposts of successful stores, which is exactly the same thing that happened with McDonald's when they were starting out. The main difference that shows itself between healthy food and processed foods is that healthy food goes bad, and processed food can stay fresh for longer periods of time. While this might be a good thing for sustainability, it is still a bad thing for us as humans. Food these days can last for longer because they are pumped full of chemicals like benzoic acid and sodium benzoate. Both chemicals have been known to cause headaches, upset stomachs, asthma attacks, and hyperactivity in children. This would be quite a while down the road, but eventually it could happen when all food is replaced with these fake food copies, which would leave no healthy choices for people to eat. With so many people eating poorly and becoming malnourished, it could lead to a pandemic of malnourishment. With food being delivered to different parts of the world, we could also run into a problem like assimilation. For example, if McDonald's was to expand to India, and all the food suppliers for America sent their products to India, there would soon be no original Indian food left. In conclusion, I believe that globalization is slowly contributing to, and is part of the reason, that Canada and the rest of the world are facing the problem of obesity. The best things that you can do to help with the prevention of globalization-related food imports is to support local and healthy foods. If local foods are doing better, grocery stores and retailers will be less likely to take it off the shelf. I do believe it is healthy for countries to trade among each other, thus hopefully helping in the prevention of wars.
I hope you enjoyed this documentary. Thank you.